and welcome to this edition of the Farming Legacy Show. And today I have two mods to show you, but it's not just mods. This is the first one. F the Lizard F-150 came out today, and you see the way I got it duded up. I had a truck similar to this, paint scheme and everything. Didn't have the toolbox on it. I just put that on for look, but it did have the rails up here. The didn't have that big a ball hitch on the back, but and mine had a red stripe on the cab up here. Yeah, and across on this top layer, about where the handle of the door handle is there, it had a red racing stripe went down. Yeah. Anyway, but it was that color white, cream and white. Anyway, that is the new mod. The first one is, and let me show it to you. There it is. Lizard F-150 came out today. And yes, it holds 2,000 liters if you set it up right. Let me see here. Right there, you have to put that on it for it to hold 2,000 liters. Yeah. Even though it don't show it on the screen, and that right there will hold 2,000 liters. But I don't like the way that looks. I like just a pickup, okay? Anyway, but this map I'm on is the other modded map that came out today. It's a modded map. And let me show you the PDA. It's unbelievable. Look, it is huge. A big old map. This is maybe one of the biggest maps I've ever been on console. And you got, let me show you here. You have summer wheat, spring barley, then there's 15 other crops. That's two of them. If you scroll on down here, let's see. Silage sorghum. Didn't know nothing. I knew what silage corn was. Rye, triticale, spelt, vachek, how do you pronounce that? Green rye, field grass, winter wheat, winter barley, flowering catch crop, alfalfa, and clover. Of course, onions is with the Highlands DLC. Anyway, all of that's on here. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Let me go back to that. Let's go here now. It has its own planting. You see, alfalfa can be planted right up through November. Let's see. Clover can too. Field grass can. Flowering catch pretty much till through September. And let's go down here to the other stuff. Rye, you have silage corn, all that April. It's just, it's a lot. Spinach, spring barley, summer wheat, and then all them other winter barley, winter wheat. See, the summer wheat plants in March and April, and you harvest it September and October. Well, the other one is planted then. The other winter wheat is you can do two crops. You can plant wheat, harvest it, and then plant wheat again in the same field. Now these fields are not huge fields. This one here, this one's the biggest one. In the field is 17.24 acres, so almost 17 and a half acres. It's total. The tract of land is total 20.83, but in the field is, and yes, it's precision ready. But let me go back to the map now. you see these big bodies of water, one here, or this big body, one here, and then a pretty good sized one down here. On the starting farm, you have two boats on this, and right here is where we're at. Now, the truck that they started with you is the end game. I'll show you. This F-150 was not on there. I downloaded it and put it on here. The one we had started with was that one right there. It was done up John Deere green. Anyway, but let's go down here to the lake, and that's the wardrobe. Your sleep triggers right there. Now, there's no fields here on this. I guess you could put a little garden or something right out in here if and you wanted to. But got a swimming pool and a trampoline back here. But let's make our way down here. Here, this is where I want to start the tour of the map. And this is your first boat. Now, I've already been tinkering around with this boat, and this map, by the way, is based off of the southeastern United States. Look how brown this water is. That is pretty doggone accurate. You have to get on here, and then, of course, you can actually drive it. I'm just put it back in here. All right. That's, and you look, there's AIs. See that boat coming yonder? AIs out here fishing. You can actually fish. Watch this. I'm gonna try to get on the boat, but I can't. Oh well. There's somebody in there driving it anyway. But yeah, you have three boats. That's the first one. Two are on this one body of water. Let me take you up here to the second one. Fast travel. Yeah. Here we go. Yep, there's the second boat. Looks like the first one. It's at the far end of the same body of water. And the third one is way over here in this body of water, right beside, across the road from the BGA. And it's, yeah, three of the same kind of boats. FYI, if you sell them, you can't get them back. I have not been able to. I made that mistake one time. Had to start the save over because I wanted the boats. Here's a body of water over here. I mean, this is, and you can buy just about every property, including high school down here. See? And you can actually cut this grass, but they say to roll it after you cut it. So you won't be able to see these chalk lines. So now, let's go to the map. Yeah, this is where the house is. I'm going to show you now first where the dealership is, but there's actually two service bays. There's one up here on the other side behind high school, right there. You fix it, we break it. And then, of course, then down here is the other one. Quality pre-disabled vehicle. Who the modder? He really aptly names the stuff. But anyway, let's get in the truck now. This is a pretty busy place, and oop, look at there, somebody done took out a sign. Wonder who could, tongue tie, wonder who that could have been. I think we're gonna go left here, up here. And we're going to go down here in this next road on the right and turn back to the right. And right here is the shop. The dealership, I mean. Well, they have a service bay here too. It's on the back side of this. I'll show you the service bay. There it is right there. And right there, this is the shop off of the dealership off of let me back up here. Off of Zulanka. Let's see where we need to go from here. Well, okay. I want to show you the new the farm is a little bit different. I'll say this much: if you're expecting an open area with a lot of open fields and everything, I think I'm gonna go to the right here. There's a gas station on the right. By the way, on this map, chickens and sheep will give slurry, I believe. Let's see which way I want to go here. I'm down. That is alfalfa in that field right there, by the way. Am I going the right way? Head down to the next road and hang a left. And this map has not one but two trains, and they are the longest trains I've seen on any map anywhere, and I've been on quite a few of them. They have flat got oh, I missed my turn, didn't I? Yep. Well, I can come here and hang a right. That's well. Uh-oh, it's saving. I can go the other way. I'm gonna get there. Let me see if I'm going the right way now. Yeah, I just need to get on that road out there. Let's no, let's go back up here to the intersection and turn left. Oh, that wasn't an intersection. That was. Well, I'm gonna go down the train track. All right, beside of it anyway. All right, we're at the farmyard at last. In front of me there is a cow pasture. It has got cows in it. I said it wasn't open. I told you that. But you can hear the cows. Let me pull up here in the yard. All right, yeah, there's cows over here. In fact, there's 24 of 84. This is a modded pen like the end game because look, two things that you can actually get milk in here. I think that's what that is. It shows a symbol, milk symbol there, but it ain't showing up on that. Let me look at this. Boop. Of course, I don't have any milk cows in there. That's why. I got beef cattle in there. But anyway, and here's another reason this is a modded. They put a gate in it. And here's your manure pit, bunker silo, and 2 fields back here that I own. I got summer wheat, I think, in this one. Yep. And nothing in this. And I have, turned on. Oh, I got one more field over here. We're going to go through this building here. That's the starting combine. It's a cost. That's not a bad one. That's a pretty decent one. You got a John Deere 3650, a little tipper trailer, and a John Deere 6R here. I'm probably going to get a little bit different equipment here. You have thing to do lime and fertilizer with there. Thing to pick up grass with because we do have a grass field. I'll show you that momentarily. And a baler. I could bale it. Somewhere we got a bale storage, I think. Here's what we cut grass with. This and that. And this is one of the, there's 3 outside mods. This is one of them. It's an old school looking multi-fruit grain silo. I'll get it right in a minute, y'all. This is where you put your chainsaws and stuff. It's just a little stored area here. Whoa, whoa. Oh no, that's... But I think this right over here is, well... I hear the chickens. There's a chick. Well... There they are. I'll get them right in a minute. Yeah. And they do produce slurry, I do believe, and I'll show you momentarily where the sheep and goats are. Here's the bale storage, I think. Yeah, it holds 500. So and that's pretty much the farmyard. This farmyard. Oh, we go this way. I ain't gonna drive this. I got something else over here that you start with. I'm gonna drive to the sheep. There is no sleep trigger over here, so let's go this way. Oh, I still haven't showed you that field of grass, but I will just a few minutes. Across the railroad tracks. Yep, here it is. Sheep and goats. See them goat? That goat right there? I have a tow behind thing to get water, but I have another mod I can put down to give them water, but I don't have to worry about the water. Yep, that's a goat, 8 months old. And we got some sheep. Now let's look on the map and see where field 1 is. All right, just turn around. What is that right there? Clover. I don't own that. Katie owns that, but that's pretty looking, ain't it? You're not gonna believe this grass over here in this field. How big it is. Well, how do you get in there to it? Oh, you have to go this. Oop. Kind of rustic feeling. Oddly enough, when this came out today, there was already an update with it, which is a good thing. That means it won't need an update no time soon. Here you go. This is field grass. This whole field of it here. How big is field 1 here? Half an acre of field grass. That's silage sorghum. Mercy. I don't own that field though. I might eventually. But this is farmyard. I don't think there's any fuel in that tank right there. Yeah, it's empty. Only got 85,000 right now, so. Close the doors. Now, let me see here. What can we feed these animals? By the way, I didn't know this earlier. I saw a video. There's actually somewhere. Oh, I bet it's up at the top. Yep, there it is. No, there it is. It tells you about all the new crops, everything. Spell what is silage sorghum grows taller than green sorghum and can only be harvested with a forage harvester. Okay, that's what silage corn is sown in 20-inch rows and can only be harvested with a forage harvester. Here are the key details. Yeah, okay. All right, this is what I wanted to see. You can feed. Of course, I'll put if I have when I have pigs, I'll put corn for them. I'll make corn for them, corn food. Anyway, see it says corn, sorghum, and triticale. So I'll plant some corn and make grind feed for them, food for them. Let's see the green plants, catch crop, right? Green rye, green rye. What is the green rye? Green rye can be harvested with a forage harvester. Also be mowed, but technically the result is grass. Here are bunker silo to produce silage. Okay, all right. Well, what is the catch crop? There's a catch crop somewhere. Vetch rye is what that is. Okay. Wonder if rye can be dried. Let's see. Excuse me. Alfalfa fermented barley slough. I'll talk about that cotton in a minute. Cotton lint, cotton seed. That's a good crop. You just gotta put the thing down, the cotton gin down to, let's see, dried barley, canola, corn, oats, sorghum, soybeans, wheat, dry alfalfa, dry clover. Well, nope, you can't dry, what you call it? Oh, wait a minute. Let me, okay, you have regular cotton. This came out yesterday or the day before this mod did. But in the South, we have places called a cotton gin, Ginn. What they do is what this down here, what I was just showing you in the miscellaneous list, price list. Let me get to it. Okay, yeah, cotton lint is what when they pull the seed out. That's what the cotton, the fine, the finer, and that's what you should be able to sell at a spinnery on here. But they don't have either they don't have a spinnery or haven't made that the modder hasn't cleared it to sell it anyway. And the cotton seed you just sell on the train there. Well, that's weird. Oh, it's two trains. That's why. Okay, but you ain't getting much for them. But look at the cotton lint. Even in the bottom, you're getting nearly $2,000 right now in August. I mean, you get $1,900 for cotton lint. And let me show you. Let me come in here. Okay, let me show you. Anyway, show you what where that's located. You come down here to factories, and it's down here. Is that it? No, that's the rope maker. Looks kind of like that. Well, okay. Right there it is, cotton ginning factory. What it does, you see what the pictures are down there. Takes goods and transforms them into different products. It pulls the seed out. Supposedly you can take that seed, sell it to oil and make oil, cotton oil seed. In real life, that seed is what they make margarine out of. In case you wondered, it was not made out of butter at all. It's out of that oil. It's plastic, pretty much. Anyway, um, that that lint, the cotton itself is called lint, is pulled out, and that's what you normally would take and make your. It's the refined cotton, which is took and made. That's what they make clothes and stuff out of. Yeah, but you put this building down. I mean, you see it there. You put it down. It has a square on this end, which is where you pick. I'm not sure, remember now. I got one of these down on my old school map. I've already put it down. I hadn't used it yet, but I got there's a sale. You go under selling points. There's a selling point down here for it, right there. Cotton lint and seed center selling point. Anyway, it just gives you another selling point, and it really makes a lot of cotton. Uh, I'll probably do some of that on here, maybe. Um, but I got to get busy and harvest this grass up here. Grass field 1 over here. Whoa, there's my pond here. I got a pond here. And a little tiny boat, look at there. I can't get in it though. It won't let you row in it. Anyway. To get on this grass, and I got that field, I think, is it 1 or 2 fields of wheat to harvest. Somewhere. That's canola. There it is there. Yep. Yep. And then I got to get all the fields ready for precision farming. But anyway, this is, by the way, the name of this map is, what is it? Forest Hill. Forest Hill map. Forest Hill. That's the name of it. See, over here's a cultivator and a tank with, I don't know if there's any water in it or not. There's one there for milk, I guess, for manure. Anyway, what is that? Seed? Yep. Anyway, some of these trees, I'm gonna clean this place up a little bit, make it look a little bit nicer. Anyway, try to. it appears, yeah, it says, well, says 19,698 meadow. That's what they got, meadow in here and in the sheep pen over there. So I don't know. Anyway, we'll we will see about that. But that's your slurry pit there and manure. Anyway, this is the starting farm. Mercy. I'm going to be giving this map a run, so stay tuned for the next video. Until then, this is Farming Legacy saying